Hello friends and enemies, we are talking about my physical unread books, manga and books, both. That's right, both. You can skip around if you want. I will have timestamps down below, of course, but let's discuss how and what I'm doing to manage this, how I'm tackling this. So, one big thing is, like, you'll know, obviously I have unread books everywhere. I've kind of set up a new process for myself in this because I want to, one of my big 2026 goals, I know it's only 2025, but I would like to start it a little bit early probably, is to read down a lot of my unread physicals. So to do that, I kind of have to rearrange. I have to talk about this with y'all and, you know, work through the process. So one thing I've done since we've talked about setting this up is, you know, we've done the video where I talked about my dream TBR. And to do that, obviously, I have to tackle these things. Those numbers aren't going to just magically happen if I don't focus in. So I have created a bookshelf in my office, in the office craft room that we have. And that space is going to be where my unread manga sit. And now I'll take you through it later. Don't worry, you're going to get like a close-up. And then I also have a crate of unread manga and manhwas that have been pulled from my shelves. Like, I have empty shelves right here. So that's fantastic news for me. But the other thing I've done is, for a while now, I've had all of my unread books turned around on my bookshelf, which means I don't remember everything I have. So we're going to go through every single unread book on my bookshelf before I show you the manga situation. We're going to see how that goes. But first things first, here's a big shot of the bookshelf so you can kind of see some of these unread books before I start taking you through all of them. Another thing to note, my bookshelves are in desperate need of reorganization, but every single book turned backwards is an unread title, and I will take you through every single one of these in just a minute so we can really assess what I have to read, and maybe y'all have some guidance on things I might not be interested in anymore. I will say the mass market paperbacks do not count. I don't count those against myself because I personally know that I will get to them at some point or I won't, and that's, either way it's fine. So this is kind of a quick glance around the volume of unread books I have in here. Again, we're over 100, and I would like to get this down to 10 or less. So there's that. That extra hockey puck Jellycat is a gift. Okay, first of all, we're starting over here. Two books you don't see, I don't think. No. Nikki the Driver. I have a special edition of this. It was not that much more to buy it. I don't know that I will ever read Nikki the Driver. So should it count in my unread total? I don't know. This has a big content warning for me that I struggle with immensely, which is eating disorder representation, and it does discuss it heavily, so I don't know. And then I have Blood Air. This is the, I just ordered Arcana box. Yeah, Arcane Society edition. They had this at a Steamy-Lit, and this was the last one they had, and I just kind of said, well, I haven't read it, but it's Alona Andrews. Maybe I need it. So here we are. This one does count in my unread total for sure, so we're at 1. Okay, number 2 on the list, our second one is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I would like to try this series. I still don't know what I'll think of it, but I have it. Then we have The Hunt in Illusion by Amel Philippet. My friend Esty sent me a big box of books, which you're going to see a lot of books from, so I think this is a dark romance fairy tale situation, maybe? She's going to try and lure a mafia prince in. I'm intrigued. Number 4 is Not So Kind Regards by Cleo Evans. We have Glutton for Pleasure by Alicia Rai. Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver for number 5, 6. I don't know. I've already lost count, y'all. Number 7 is The Oath by T.M. Richardson. Number 8 is Mother of Pearl by A.A. Fairview. Number 9 is Blockshot by Kennedy Ryan. Sarah McLean, These Summer Storms. This is a Steamy-Lit edition. It's so cute. The Magic Toy Shop by Angela Carter. This is one that I got because it was a blind date with a book that said Muppets on it, so you know I'm curious. Then I have Her Night at the Museum by Bryn Donovan. The Faking Game by Olivia Haley. Teeth and Tarot by A.A. Fairview. North of the Night by Emily Rath. Vicious by B.E. Schwab. And Vengeful by B.E. Schwab. Top Elf by Caleb Zane Hewitt, I'm sorry. For Her Consideration by Amy Spalding. How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwong. Dream On, Ramona Riley by Ashley Herring Blake. Problematic Summer Romance by Allie Hazelwood. Reckless by Selena Montgomery. Grip by Kennedy Ryan. Give Me More by Sarah Kate. And Mercy by Sarah Kate. Dreadful Young Ladies by Kelly Barnhill. This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. Amari and The Great Game. I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu. Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. And The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. Monsters Under My Bed by M.J. Marston. These are kind of embarrassing. I've had these a long time, and honestly, I just need to reread and finish the whole series. But we have Two Dark Reigns, Queens of Finburn, Finburn, and Five Dark Fates. This is the Kendar Blake's series. I really liked the first 2 books in this, and I just fell off hard, which I do a lot in series. So that's on me, but I just need to finish it. The Duke Who Didn't by Courtney Milan. This is a stack. Let's see. All Superheroes Need PR by Elizabeth Stevens. Not in Love by Allie Hazelwood. Love on the Brain by Allie Hazelwood. And First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. Mistletoe Misconduct. I will be reading that this in December for sure. Juliana Victoria. And then we have Morgue to Love by Megan Montgomery. Next I have Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straub. I wanted the fun sprayed edges. I'm not gonna lie to you. We also have The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. This is also semi-embarrassing. Saint by Sierra Simone. I gotta go find a stepladder. BRB. Welcome to the Katie Roberts section. I have a huge stack of her books up there. So we have To Kidnap a Princess, Hunt on Dark Waters, Blood on the Tide, Rebel in the Deep, The Wicked Villain short, Abel and Broderick, Bastard's Betrayal, Gifting Me to His Best Friend. This is one I'm reading this holiday season. My Dad's Best Friend, and Seducing My Guardian. Also, Sweet Obsession, because I'm behind. And another one I forgot, Court of the Vampire Queen. This is a special edition someone gave me. Well, they know who they are. They give me most of the fun special editions I end up with, but I do have this. Okay, then I have 3 Only James. These are Moonstruck. I don't have the dust jackets, I don't think, anywhere. This one is Madman. And this one is Headcase. Then we have The Trouble with Hating You by Sanjay Patel. We have Tanked by Mia Hopkins, which I also own an audiobook of, and I have an ebook of. Listen, I'm the problem, it's me. We have The Friend Zone Experiment by Zen Cho. Out of Office by A.H. Cunningham. The Near Witch by V.E. Schwab, which is one I think I'm gonna end up being nothing. And then we have In a Rush by Kate Canterbury. Then we have A Prayer for the Crown Shy by Becky Chambers. A Beautiful Foolish Endeavor by Hank Green. I really liked book 1. I need to read these. Rewrite Our Story by Kat Singleton. We have Glow of the Everflame by Penn Cole. Georgie All Along by Kate Claiborne. Pet by Akwaeke Emensi. I think I said that right. I hope I did. I have At First Bite by Olivia Day. This is the exclusive cover. Just that's underneath. But this is her dust jacket from Love Sweet Arrow. If you want book 2's, the new one coming, it's up right now. I also have Anna Maria and the Fox by Liana de la Rosa. I have Silent Sparrow again. I guess I don't need both. I'm gonna go put this in my unhaul. Witches Get Stuff Done by Molly Harper. All the Right Notes by Dominic Lim. The Hidden Moon by Janine Lynn. I about said Janine Frost. I was like, no. It's Jeannie Lynn by Jeannie Lynn. My brain, I'm sorry. Love You a Lot, Kay by Amanda Elliott. A Jingle Bell Mingle by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. Again, I'm hoping to get to this holiday and get caught up on this series. King of Envy by Anna Wong. I don't know why I haven't picked this up yet. Probably just because of the size. I need to fight this more. A Long Time Coming by Megan Quinn. I ended up with 2 copies for Megan, for May, so I have an extra. Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo. The True Queen by Zen Cho. Phoenix Unbound by Grace Draven. The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. This is the pretty one with like the really pretty, oh my god. This, with the pretty book. So that's why I have it. Crystals and Contracts by A.A. Fairview. And then I have 2 versions of The Striker. I have the Barnes & Noble edition and I have the regular one. I need to read one of these so I can unhaul one. Or love it both? I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Love, Comment, Subscribe by Kathy Yardley. How to Excavate a Heart by Jake Maya Arlo. Gravity by Tal Bauer. Don't Go Bacon My Heart by N.G. Peltier. I loved book 1. I really need to continue this. Lucky Number 13 by Piper Rain. Culty by Mariana Zapata. I just wanted the old cover. And then we have Change of Heart by Kate Canterbury. A Dance with the Fae Prince by Elise Kova. Stranger Beside Me by Anne Rule. Gouda Friends by Kathy Yardley. Beginner's Luck by Kate Claiborne. Best of Luck by Kate Claiborne. And then The Gravity of Us by Brittany C. Cherry, or Brittany Cherry now. Elise Kova's The Air Awakens. Cleo Evans' Thieves and Monsters, Kristen Ashley's The Hookup, and Alexa Martin's Blitzed. Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry, The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton, Hot Ex-Boyfriend by Carly Bloom, A Holly Jolly Ever After by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone, We Could Be So Good by Kat Sebastian, The Spy in 3B by Nana Malone, and The Assassin in 5S by Nana Malone. Then we have The Temporary Wife by Catherine Mara, The Friendship Study by Ruby Barrett. Now we have Untouchable by Talia Hibbert and That Kind of Guy by Talia Hibbert. These are the old covers. Then we have 2 volumes. These are the flip ones. So I have, this is volume 2. So I have The Hellmouth's Guardian's Lover and The Vixen's Deceit. Hellmouth is by Adriana Herrera and Vixen is by Nikki Sloan. And then I have volume 3, which is The Fae Queen's Captive by Sierra Simone and The Captive Merman's Promise by Zoe Castile. Then I have book 1 in the Rose auction, which is Katie Roberts' Wicked Pursuit and R.M. Virtue's Divine Intervention. Isabel and the Rogue by Liana de la Rosa, Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver, and then Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren. So that is everything I have that's unread. It's this number here. I have no idea since I stopped counting after like 9, which tracks for me in my brain. To be honest with you, I'm not surprised. So yeah, I do have some books on my like little shelf in my library here that I don't count. A lot of them are unhauls and things like that. I did unhaul 2 books in this process. So there's that. That is a win. But yeah, so that's all of my unread books. I think I'm going to do some try chapters here in the new year with some of these to start working them down. Let me know what y'all would like to see. Do I just do one big video where I try a chapter of each one? Thoughts and opinions. The other thing is we need to talk about my manga. So prior I had 4.5 shelves, maybe 5 shelves, of unread manga. So I would keep my TBR here and I could see it, but not always see it. And part of my new process is that I have scanned everything into Libib that is in this crate that I will show you in a minute. And that's my overflow. But the big thing is I'm going to take you in the office craft room area so you can see the new shelf and get a feel for what and how I'm doing this now. So let's go do that. Now you can see the former manga shelf section, and then I have this crate full of unread that did not fit on the spinner, but as I read down what I have in there, these are going to get moved on there as well. I have these tracked separately in Libib as crate manga so that I know where they are when I'm looking for something specific. As you can see, I can see what I have, and you will see a stack of manga on top. Those are all standalones that I need to read, but everything else we have volume 1s. So all of these are my unread volume 1s, just about all. And then continuing down, we have series I'm working on right now. So these are any series I have multiples in to read. So I do have Apothecary Diaries. I have these, like, we have a lot happening here. And then that continues for the rest of the shelf. And then you'll see down here I have a whole bunch of like Witch Hat Atelier and some of the other ones that I'm working on. Some of these do tie in to these volume 1s because these are living up here until I read them, obviously. So this is kind of helping me manage and keep all of my stuff in one spot, I feel like, and allow me to prioritize what I read better because I can see it versus when it was all on my bookshelf and it all was kind of mixed in together. So now that you've seen everything and kind of how I'm organizing, as always, I'm using Libib excessively to do this. It is my bread and butter for tracking. It is a fantastic app on your phone that really helps a lot, in my opinion, to keep track of what you have, and you can double track in there. So I have my TBR, my TBR section, and then I have my like crate. I don't have the spinner shelf yet, but I'm probably going to scan all that in here. Either way, this is kind of helping me better tackle what I have unread and kind of have a visual to it all. And in fact, I'm taking this video to put all of my unread books into a shelf. So that is fantastic. But yeah, I feel okay about my physical unread situation. I do think my manga has to get taken down a lot. And I just don't know that it's going to happen the way I want it to by the end of the year. And that's okay. But I'm going to still keep working towards that at the end of the day. That's my plan. So let me know how you organize and track your unread books. Do you have a goal number of physical unreads and manga or that to have on your shelf? Personally, I'm going to be shooting for my goal TBR numbers. Like, it's going to take a while. But so yeah, my goal for physicals is like 5 to 10. We'll call it. I think I have it at 10 right now. Manga, the goal is 60. I'm a ways away from that. I'm 104 books and 150 plus manga to get there. And that's okay. I think it'll be a really good journey for me at the end of the day here to get there. So I'm excited. I would love to know how and what you're doing to like track your TBRs, to track how you're reading things down, all that good stuff. Don't worry, Read What You Own is going to continue on, because this is part of Read What You Own for me now, is like this narrow focus I'm giving myself. I will say one thing to note is that we will see a shift in my manga TBR at some point, because there are books mixed in on these shelves that are unread. Let me not knock Kakashi over. That are unread that I've not counted for. Part of that is because I have so much already that I don't want to overwhelm myself. So we're taking it a bite at a time. That's how you got to do it, you know? So for now, it's what I knew for sure was on my TBR shelf, and then we'll go from there. So if you hung out for this whole video and enjoyed yourself, let me know your tracking methods again. I think I've asked that like 3 times now. And if you don't want to do any of that, leave me a book snack emoji, because we're going to be reading this down as quickly and easily as we possibly can. So fingers crossed this goes well. Fingers crossed. I'll have links to stuff down below, including like how I organize my Kindle, my Libib video about how I use my scanner and stuff if you're interested. I'll have all that down below for you. So you can check that out if you'd like. I will be back to talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
About to leave, already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.